Okay, so we are on the variable and expressions unit. Let's go over some key terms. And some of them you probably already know. What's a variable? It's a letter used to stand for a number, such as X, Y, Z, etc. You'll see usually X a lot in algebra. What's an expression? Expressions are made of terms, terms that have coefficients and things like that. So for example, 3x plus 2. This is an expression. It doesn't have an equal sign. It doesn't have an inequality sign, because equal signs are called equations. And when you see an equality sign, those are called inequalities. So this is just a number. That's the coefficient, the number in front of the variable, and this is the variable. And you have terms. So these consist of two terms being added together. Two terms. So that's also important. And this here consists of two factors. Factors are when you're multiplying things together, and terms can be when you're adding or subtracting things together. And in algebra, you're also going to see sum, which means addition. You're going to see difference, which means subtraction. You're going to see product, which means to multiply. And you're going to see quotient, which means divide. So these are all key terms that you're going to see in algebra here and there. It's good to know what all of them mean, what all of them are, and how all of them look. And so the beginning of the unit is first going to go over that, just testing you on the key terms and asking you, what does this consist of? Two factors, the sum of whatever. So let's look here. So consider the expression. Well, this is a sum of three terms. The coefficients are 1/2 and 1. Even when you see a variable by itself, there's a 1 right in front of it. You just don't see it because we don't write ones. We don't write ones in algebra. So anytime you see an x, yes, it means 1x, but no need to write the 1. It's technically 1x to the first power, but no need to write the ones. So these two people try to describe this expression here, which is three factors. They're being multiplied together. 20 is a factor in the product of, yes, that's correct, right? And yes, 20 is the coefficient. Both of these students are correct. So really, it's just testing you on the vocabulary that I just went over. So the next part of the unit is evaluating expressions. And evaluating expressions is just plugging stuff in. And so in the last unit, we've already done order of operations. So make sure you apply order of operations with these. For example, if I were to plug in a J is 12. 12 divided by 4 is 3. If I plugged in a 5, you would go in PEMDAS order. 15 divided by 5 is 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. Here, if I plugged in a 5 for G, I would get 4 times 5, which is 20. 20 minus 12, which is 8. So those are pretty simple. You'll also see them with exponents. If I plugged in a 2, that would be 8 to the second power. Exponents come before multiplication. So then you would get 64 times 1/2, which is 32. And if you get anything wrong, of course, Khan Academy will show you how to do it. You can also plug in with multiple variables and fractions and decimals. So this is 3/7 times R. Well, R is 14. Plus 5/8 times S. Well, S is 8. So multiply those. You have 3/7 times 14, which is 6. And you have 5/8 times 8, which is 5. Add those together and you get 11. So you're just plugging in and solving. The only way you can mess these up is if you go in the incorrect order, not in PEMDAS order, or if you calculate something incorrectly. And so these are just going over if Q increases. Well, let's say Q is 5. This would be 5/20ths. Let's say that increased to 10 20ths. So this, as it decreases, the answer decreases. So that's pretty much all it's asking you to do. You know, and you can plug in any numbers you want for the variable. You know, as y increases, let's say y was 1, this would be 3/2. Let's say y was 2, this would be 6/4. This is 1.5. And this is also 1.5. So as y increases, the answer stays the same. And so they also have evaluating expression word problems. In basketball, the number of points you score is given by 3x plus 2y plus 1z, where x is 3-pointers. So x is 3-pointers, y is 2-pointers, and z is free throws. What is the total number of points scored by a player who makes 3 3-pointers, 5 2-pointers, and 6 free throws? So that's easy. You're just plugging in. But the thing with word problems is a lot of times students have a hard time with reading comprehension and they don't understand what they're reading. So if that's the case, you just have to keep practicing word problems. You can't really teach someone reading comprehension. They just get better over time by practicing reading more. So that's the answer to that one, 25 points when you plug it in and calculate. So that's the first part of the unit. Let me know if you have any questions up to quiz 1.